So this is it. This is the first of the junior races here at Castelletto, round 2 of the Rotax Max Euro Challenge, and this is for groups A versus B. First of the 3 heats for each of these drivers, and it's going to be an 8-lap race, due to start at 20 past 10, so we are getting very close to them being sent out on the track. Track conditions look very good here today, as the warm-up shows. Not sure whether there was anything to pick out from the warm-ups this morning, if anybody's having any issues, but that's it now. There's no tinkering possible to change something and see how it is out on the track. It now is all to play for. Everything counts now in this 8-lap race. We're now into the last 45 seconds before they're going to be unleashed, and how slow are they going to go? We'll have to wait and see. We sometimes get where as they're let out and they just really slow down as they come from turn number 10, the last of the hairpins, into the left-hander turn 11, right-hand turn 12 onto the start-finish straight, and they'll really slow it down massively there. And we've got to hope that it's not excessive slow, but they'll soon get the wagging finger of Mr. Liner if they are, and make sure everybody behaves. We're probably about 10 seconds away from them being released onto the circuit. You can see the focus. They're just looking forward, ready to go. Looks like Glenn Van Berlo we can see there, but the first car to appear, as you'd expect, number 7, Mark Kimber, our pole man. And here he comes out onto the circuit. It's race time here at Castelletto. This is the 8-lap race. This is the first of the qualifying heats, A versus B. On pole position, we have Mark Kimber. Alongside is Glenn Van Berlo. Row 2 is Chao Zhou and Killian Meyer. Third row, we have Adam Smalley and Tom Canning. Jean Nomblo and Laurie Lepper on row 4. Ruben Delsart on the 5th row. Alongside him is Titus Shanghai Schmidli. On the 6th row is Pietra Wisnicki and Andre Walter. Row 7 is Enzo Valent and Antoine Perceval. Row 8 is Jimmy Hannes and Kamenok Artsemi. Row 9 is Lorenzo Ferrari, Home Grand Prix, and Daniel Netiergowaski. So that is your 18 starters for this, the first of the heats for the juniors. So in this opening group of sessions, we'll have 2 heats for the juniors, 2 heats for the seniors, 1 heat for the DD2, but all eyes are now on the juniors. Who's going to make the stand? Is Mark Kimber going to turn his incredible performance yesterday? He was absolutely delighted, clearly, in that interview with the performance to get himself on pole position. But Glenn Van Berlo, who sits second in the championship, is going to be desperate to overhaul him as quickly as possible to get himself the best possible position. He lies second in the championship behind Axel Charpentier, and he's going to want to try and catch him up this weekend. We've now got them lining up nicely, 2 by 2, as you'd expect. Heading around the first of the hairpins, turn 9. Then it's the left-hand hairpin of turn 10. And I think as they then get onto the straight, that's when we're going to really see them slowing down. Yep, there they go. Getting themselves in line, making sure that they are not going too early, too late. You see the marshals are just getting them stopped and in line, and then they quickly run out of the way. They're very brave, those marshals. Here they come round turn number 11. Then it's the last right-hander. They're going to get themselves in the channel. They all need to be in the channel to be making sure that they are there. No one can go too soon. And here we go, the first of the races, and we make sure that we're not giving any kind of false start. It looks okay so far, and it looks like Mark Kimber has indeed got himself into the lead as we stand at the moment. As they come through the S's of turn number 3, it is, and it's cart number 70 that's got himself. Chao Zhou's up into second position at the moment. He's going to be delighted with that start. So that does, the inside line has made the advantage count there as they got down to that turn 1. So it is Mark Kimber in the lead from Chao Zhou. Oh, and we've got a challenge being made there as we go around what is affectionately known as Restaurant Corner, and it's number 25 there that has made the move. Adam Smalley up into second. He's our Winter Cup winner in the juniors, and he's got himself up into second position, and he's managed to break free to start trying to close in on Mark Kimber as we come towards the conclusion of the opening lap in this 8-lap race. It is Mark Kimber from number 25, Adam Smalley. And then it is a bit of a gap back for 49. Glenn Van Berlo's got himself back up into third position at the moment. Chao Zhou in fourth, Laurie Lepper fifth, and Killian Meyer in sixth position. But it does look as though Adam Smalley is setting about closing in on Mark Kimber at the moment, but the two of them have managed to clear off. But the fact that it's Glenn Van Berlo sat there just behind them, if he can break the toe, then we're going to be able to probably see three of them fighting away, but it is still Mark Kimber as they come back into our sight. Round the first of the hairpins, turn 9, down to turn 10. It's Mark Kimber from Adam Smalley. Glenn Van Berlo desperately trying to break the toe of the carts behind to close in those lead two. It's kind of fanned out a little bit there, but not massively. Great performance by Adam Smalley. 3 positions he's made up already. Chao Zhou sat there still in fourth, just behind Glenn Van Berlo. Laurie Lepper, Killian Meyer, Tom Canning, Valent, Delsart and Percival is your top 10 at the moment. But that gap just seems to be coming down, down, down as they go through. And certainly that's shown in the lap times. Adam Smalley with a 52.0 compared to a 52.3 for Mark Kimber. But Mark Kimber has that all-important lead at the moment as they've completed the restaurant corner, which is one of the points on this circuit that people do attempt to make the moves. And have we got any kind of gap closing going on at the moment by Glenn Van Berlo? I don't know, possibly ever so slightly. He's just reeling them in ever so slightly. And I think he's trying, Chao Zhou's trying to stay with them in 36 car just behind. Laurie Lepper's also trying to move up. As they come through the S's of turns 3, as we call it, it is still Mark Kimber from Adam Smalley, still closing. He officially the time there is he's about a tenth slower, probably just under a tenth slower. So he's probably got himself into that zone now where it's tricky to make up a lot more unless he's going to make a lunge. As they go through the restaurant corner, it is still Mark Kimber. Then it's number 25. Adam Smalley from 5th on the grid up to 2nd. Cracking start there for him. Wasn't like Glenn Van Berlo's closing in massively, although he has put in a purple sector 2 here at the moment. So we could find at the end of this lap, and it does look like he's managed to shake off Chao Zhou, so he's not worrying about behind him at the moment. He can focus on what's in front. And he was indeed quicker there, putting purple sectors in a lot of areas there, 51.3, which means that the gap now to the leader is less than a second. And yes, indeed, look, he has thrown off the attentions of Chao Zhou. Laurie Lepper is now all over the back of Chao Zhou for that 4th position. And then it's a bit of a gap back, and it's a 3-cart train for Killian Meyer, Tom Canning and Valent in the 55 cart as they now disappear down the far corner. Look at that. Adam Smalley looks an awful lot closer to Mark Kimber there. That's 4 laps completed. We're going to be hitting half race distance this time round as they come round turn number 10, the second of the hairpins down there, down towards the last 2 corners of this, the 4th lap. Sorry, 5th lap. And it is, look at that, that's 3 of them now, so really joined up is Glenn Van Berlo. He's closed right in on them. Last 2 laps, he's been quicker than the 2 carts ahead of him and closing in massively as they go to turn 3 there. Mark Kimber's not under masses of pressure from Adam Smalley. I wonder whether Adam's just kind of playing the percentages game here. He's made up 3 positions. He doesn't need to go gung-ho and throw away all of that work and lose the points. But the one who's really making a move now is Glenn Van Berlo. So Adam Smalley probably needs to be more aware of what's behind him. Look at him, Glenn Van Berlo right on the back of Adam Smalley as they come to turn number 9, right-hander. This is allowing Mark Kimber to just kind of disappear. Have we got a challenge being made there? Yes, up the inside of turn number 10, and he's done it. Through to 2nd place goes Glenn Van Berlo. He lined that up probably about the last lap he was looking to move it. As they come through, Mark Kimber has now managed to build up a nice gap. That was exactly what he wanted behind him. Glenn Van Berlo up into 2nd position, which is where he started on the grid, don't forget. So he wanted to make up at least that again. Adam Smalley 3rd, still the improvement on his 5th place on the grid, sliding quite a lot there as he went through turn number 4. They disappear onto the main straight. And what is Glenn Van Berlo going to be able to do about Mark Kimber out in the lead? Van Berlo has been lapping quicker than Kimber the last few laps, but not massively. And we've now got they're on their penultimate lap at the moment. As they're now going through the second of the hairpins. Mark Kimber, Glenn Van Berlo, Adam Smalley, Chow Zhou still sat there in fourth position, but under massive pressure there by Laurie Lepper as they come towards us. Chow Zhou's defending like his life depends on it from Laurie Lepper, and it is 36. Laurie Lepper that is the person putting the pressure on now. Time-wise, when we went through there, Van Berlo put an incredible lap time, 51.146. It is pushing Mark Kimber to put personal bests in, but he's not been able to close as we're now on to our final lap. Here we go. This is what it's all about. Are we going to get a move by Glenn Van Berlo, or is he going to sit there and not attempt to throw it away? Down to Restaurant Corner, turn number 7. The left-hander, turn number 8. It doesn't look like he's quite close enough at the moment. Mark Kimber sort of sat there. I don't really want to say comfortably, but I think the fight is behind. Look at that. We've got in third position Adam Smalley is now under pressure. Incredible, he was up there in second, but he's under pressure from Chow Zhou, who in turn has got Laurie Lepper just behind him. Through to take the checkered flag comes Mark Kimber, and then it is Glenn Van Berlo. Adam Smalley holds on for that third position. Chow Zhou, Laurie Lepper, Killian Meyer, Valent, Tom Canning, Percival, Del Sart rounds out your top 10. But my goodness, Adam Smalley got a cracking start there and came under growing pressure from the two behind him, but he held on. He took that third position from 5th on the grid. Chow Zhou came through to complete the 4th position. But a brilliant victory, in control from start to finish from Mark Kimber. Wouldn't say it was comfortable, so don't think he managed to escape up the front. He had an awful lot of work to do there, initially from Adam Smalley, but then when Glenn Van Berlo got past Adam Smalley, you could see that Van Berlo was closing. So there we go. There is our results. Mark Kimber from Glenn Van Berlo, Adam Smalley in 3rd, Chow Zhou in 4th, Laurie Lepper 5th, Killian Meyer, Enzo Valent, Tom Canning. 9th was Antoine Percival. Excuse me. 10th was the 100 kart of Del Sart, Ruben Del Sart. 11th, Schmidli, Ferrari, Netiagovsky, Artsemi, Hunus, Nomblo, Walter, and Viznicki. And I believe that means that we had everybody finishing that race. What a fantastic opener to the Junior Championship here at